Hey everybody, welcome back to Nicsminibikes. If you haven't yet, hit that link in the description. Go check out our merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, bags, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something. So today we're going to start the process of stretching Ben's CT100U. Reached out to minibikelarry. Many of you guys might know him. Really good guy. And got me some minibikelarry stretch tabs. These are going to stretch the rear out and gave us a bracket for some hydraulic rear brakes. I had ordered and got our hydraulic rear brakes for this project, but I needed to use the hydraulic line that came with it for the trike. So I'm down a brake line for that. And while we wait for that, I figured we'd just get started and see how far we get. I'm hoping to at least have these tacked in place today. We'll see how it goes. So come along for the ride and let's start working on these stretch tabs. So once we tack those tabs in place, I want to be able to move this bike however I want to weld it. So we're just going to start tearing this bike down completely and just leave the front suspension in place and the bars, and everything else will probably come off. So I'm going to start by getting the motor off, and to start doing that, I'm just going to cut every zip tie I see. And next I'm just going to start unhooking anything that goes to the handlebars. And we'll just put everything in a safe place as we go. So I really like these quick disconnect plugs that Coleman used when they put this motor in the RSV or the B200. Just bloop, there's that whole thing, kill switch and all. We'll get that put in a safe place. Now we'll get our chain removed. Just find your master link, pop it out, and we'll pop it off. There's our clip, the plate, and the link. I do have a new 30 chain to put on here, so I'm not too concerned with it. Next, I'm going to pull this chain guard off. Now we're ready to pull that engine out of there. And to do that, it's just going to be our 4 mounting bolts at the bottom of the engine here. And now that engine will just slide right out. We're all unhooked. Now we're ready to unbolt this rear axle. Before we pull that wheel out of there, I want to set this bike on something that is pretty close to ride height, which is that right there. About as close as we're going to get, and that's pretty close. Now we can pull this rear axle. Keep track of your spacers so they go back in the same place. Just like that. And our tire's ready to come out. We'll set that aside. I'm going to pull this rear fender off. I don't know if you noticed or not, but this fender is in really rough shape. I do have a new one, so we'll be going with the new one when we put it back together. Now we're ready to start cutting. I need to cut this off, this side off, and the brake bracket. The brake bracket don't really matter too much, but it'll just look cleaner without that on there, so we want to cut that off too. So let me get the grinder up and ready, and we'll just start cutting. So we're just going to start cutting on these, and we're going to just stay as close to the frame as we can without getting into this the best we can. So here we go. So the cutoff wheel makes quick work of a lot of that. We'll save the tabs because we might use them for something somewhere along the way. Now to clean these up a little farther, I switched to a regular grinding wheel, and we'll just slowly eat this away. Alright, so we got both sides all cleaned up. Looking really good. There's that one and that one. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup on my minibikelarry stretch tabs, and I'm going to bevel both sides. Switch back to a regular grinding wheel, and I'll bevel the sides. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I'm after. I'm going to do that to all four sides, and then I'll bring you right back. Now we got that frame all cleaned up. We're going to get our axle and our tabs put on our rear wheel here. So we go brake tab. And we kept track of our spacers, so I know this one goes on the brake side. Through the wheel, our other spacer. Then I had a thick washer. And our other tab. In my luck, those are backwards. And we'll just snug this up. Yeah, they're backwards, I think. Upside down, something. They're on the right side, they're just facing the wrong way. So I think I want this way, and then that way. I think that's right. Spacer, washer, our other tab, and our nut. And I got 2 wrenches, and I'm just going to snug this down. And I'm going to make it pretty snug here. And that'll just make those tabs line up with each other like that. There's that side. There's that side. Now we can get this back over to the bike, kind of just line the wheel up, get it tacked into place. So you know that railroad tie was about ride height? It was pretty dang close. So I'm just going to slide this into place. Just kind of eyeball it centered up. Is there a better way to do this? Oh, I'm sure. But this is how I'm going to do it. All right, I'm going to get the welder out. And we're just going to go for it. All right, so change of plans. I am going to not going to fully weld this now. I'm just going to tack it. But I'm going to focus on one side at a time, but still on the wheel. So I'm just going to get this side where I want it. I'm going to rotate this one out the way. Just keep stacking stuff underneath it until I get the height that I want. That's really close. There we go. I like that right there. And I'm just going to hold it in place where I want it, and I'm going to give it a tack. All right, so I got one tack in place. Now I just want to make sure that I can't really do level this way. So I'm just going to go this way. And we'll just get it level side to side. And I'll hold it the best that I can. And we got it the best we can get it. I'm going to go ahead and fully weld the outside. There's that side. Now I'll get the other side. Got the outside fully welded. Free to take this back wheel off. And we'll get the inside welded as well. So that looks like some pretty good heat penetration there. I like it. I'm still going to shoot a bead down the inside here. And I'll lean the bike the other direction and do the other side. All right, so we'll just take you for a quick little look here. Remember, this is flux core welding. so it's not going to be the best. But with it being welded both sides and all the way around, good enough. Now that we got that welded up and cleaned up, let's put our wheel back on. And we'll get her snugged up. That looks pretty good. So this is the brake caliper we're going to go with. This is my broken hose. I got to get one. I got to get one ordered. That's the brake that'll go on there. And it looks like I'm going to need some inch-long spacers almost. So that's cool. So that's going to do it for this episode of Nicsminibikes. Me and Charles struggled for quite a while to get those level and put on there. But we finally got them on there, and I think that looks pretty good. I wasn't going for a drop stance. I wasn't going for a raised stance. I just wanted it to stay kind of level and stock stance. I think it came out pretty good. Next time we see this, hopefully I'll have a brake cable. We'll be installing those brakes, getting the engine put back in and a new chain, and she'll be ready to go. This is the new fender I got here. I'm going to have to strip it down, and I'm going to strip the front fender down. We're going to go with a different paint scheme. I think he does still want the main frame to be black, so that's easy enough. We'll just clean it and leave it be, and we'll obviously get some paint on these sooner or later. But if you haven't yet, hit that link down in the description. Go pick up some merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's free for you, and it helps us out. We appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you on the next one.